was never the one to write up a song for just anyone.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackenzie and today I'm going to be sharing with you the newborn must-haves that have saved us and helped us a lot over the first couple months with our little nugget right here. This is Roman. He just turned 2 months old. Can you say hi? He looks nothing like me, just like his dad. He's a little bit fussy, so he was in a swing right here, but he just wants to be held right now, which is fine by me. So if you hear him fussing a little bit, just disregard. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some newborn must-haves. Yeah, you have a lot to say, huh? Like I said earlier, these do not feel like you absolutely need these in order to survive with a newborn. That's not at all what this is about. It just makes your life a little bit easier and a little more manageable when you have a newborn. All right, now that he is drinking some milk, he should be better. Okay, so I made a list on my phone. I compiled this list from, like, I would say the first month up until now of all the things we use on a daily basis and just some things that have come in really handy over the past couple weeks. I still consider him a newborn. I think like 0 to 3 months is kind of the newborn stage where they literally need you to do everything for them. So this list might be a little bit long, but again, these are not things that you need to have in order to have a baby. It just makes life a little bit easier. So without further ado, let's get started. I am gonna go through the list and then I'll show you, I'll insert little clips of how we use the item, where they are in our house, how we store them, etc. I thought that might be easier than just me holding up the product and showing it to you. I'll show you in real time how we use it with our baby. So the first thing I want to mention is the Snuggle Me. This is a baby lounger and he has used this since he came home from the hospital. We did try the SNU. It didn't work out for us. I know it is successful for many other families, but it just didn't work out for us. So we put the Snuggle Me in his bassinet that's in our room, and that is what he sleeps in. Now, I know this is not like the safest option, but he literally can't move. His bassinet is right up against our bed. I'm constantly watching, monitoring him, and he's been fine. It works best for our family, and he loves it, so that's what works best for us. So we just have the plain Snuggle Me, and he absolutely loves it. That's how he gets a good night's sleep every night. The next item is the Boppy, which is the breastfeeding pillow. It's the half U-shaped pillow. This I use every time I go to nurse him. If my husband Ryan is holding him, he uses the Boppy just for extra support. It just makes holding your baby in your lap and your arms a little bit more comfortable, and definitely a must-have for nursing, to just get them in the right position so they latch on properly and it's more comfortable for mom. Next up is the Boba Wrap. This is that long fabric wrap that allows you to wear your baby. This is the only baby wear wrap that I use. I don't like the what are those called? The ones that have the buckles and everything. I just find the Boba Wrap more comfortable for me and Roman. And it's just really stretchy. It allows them to get really close to you. You can configure it in all different ways. I just watched a YouTube video the first time I wanted to use it, and I've been able to just put it on without the video each time. So love that. For also going back to sleeping, zip up sleepers, the like pajamas for babies, those are basically what he's used. He wears 1 or 2 of them every day. So I would say definitely stock up on those, add those to your baby registry. I have the like snap ones with the snaps and then some button ones, but I just find the zippers work best unless you like the magnetic ones. Those I think are superior. They're just really pricey. They're like $30 for one. So the zip up sleepers you can find anywhere. They come in like a pack of 3 for like less than $20. So those are, I definitely think, a must have in what he's lived in for the past 2 months. Going into kitchen gadgets, the Baby Brezza sterilizer we use probably 6 to 8 times a day. It is kind of an eyesore if you don't like things on your counter, which is me. I just kind of have it tucked away, but it keeps you from like boiling or putting your bottles and pacifiers and everything in the microwavable bags. This is just a quick, easy tool that lets you sterilize all of their items, bottles, pacifiers, nose suckers, the syringes for medicine, all of that can just go in there. It does take 45 minutes to sterilize, but I just put in 2 or 3 bottles at a time, and so they're always clean. And I'm not having to worry about if there's any gross stuff on there. So that has definitely made our lives a little bit easier. Another kitchen gadget that we have used a lot and has definitely come in really handy during late night, early morning feedings is the Baby Brezza bottle maker. I think they call it like the formula something. It's like a baby Keurig for bottles. So I am nursing and supplementing with formula. He is just a hungry baby, so sometimes it's sufficient enough for him to just nurse, and then he'll nurse and sometimes be a little fussy and want more, and that's kind of when I make a little bottle for him. So that's come in handy just to make sure he's getting the right formula mixed with water, and it regulates the water temperature to the perfect setting, mixes it so there's not any air bubbles or clumps of formula. We love it. I know there's a little bit of controversy about it, but we've never had any problems with it. It was kind of hard for us to find, but we found it on Amazon a couple weeks after he was born, and we've loved it since then. Still going into the kitchen, kind of his medicine cabinet items. We have been loving the Frida Baby electric nose sucker, I think it's called. I have both, the manual one that you put in your mouth and then the electric one. I used the electric one for, I don't know, 1 or 2 times before I tried the manual one, and I was like, oh, this doesn't work very well. I don't feel like it's getting anything. But then now that he's been really congested for the past couple weeks, I've been using the manual one, and I don't feel like it can get up in his nose high enough to get much of the boogers. I know it's kind of gross, but we have now been starting to use the electric one, and I feel like it works so much better. I've seen mixed reviews, that's why I got both. But we've just had better luck with the electric one, and it doesn't seem to make him like cry as much. They don't like it, so the electric one keeps him from getting so upset. And also using with that is the Morning Bliss saline spray. So I spray a squirt of that in his nose first, kind of let it sit for 10-15 seconds, and then I go in with the nose sucker and it gets some good stuff out. So that's definitely come in handy for when they're super congested. If you have your baby in the winter, fall months, you're probably gonna experience that. So highly recommend those products. Some more kitchen items are the Tomo bottles, which I'll show you his right here. This is what they look like. They mimic the shape of a breast. I think best bottles on the market. They're made of silicone, so it's easy and comfortable to hold. He's even kind of grasped onto it a couple times. They're just thicker, so it's not really easy for them to hold just yet, but I'm not worried about that. So we've loved those. They're easy to take apart, clean, all that. They don't leave like the milk, dried milk ring around the inside, which a lot of the plastic ones do, or leave like a milk film. With both formula and breast milk, I've noticed it doesn't do that, so that's also a plus. Another item that we keep in the kitchen is the Frida Baby, I don't know what it's called, like a pacifier syringe. So it comes in two parts. It's a clear pacifier and then a syringe that hooks up to it. And so you put it attaches to itself. And then you put the pacifier in his mouth and he can either suck the medicine out of the syringe or you can kind of squirt in the medicine as he's sucking on the pacifier. And this prevents him from choking on it and taking medicine a lot easier. We haven't given him medicine. I'm just talking about Gripe water is mainly what we use for it right now. This just helps with built up gas or hiccups, or if they kind of have an upset stomach, that's kind of helps soothe him best. So we use the Wellman's Gripe water. We keep it in the fridge, and that's mainly what we use the pacifier syringe for. Another baby gadget that we love is the FisherPrice swing. So that's what I have right next to me right here. We keep it in the living room. We put him in this if we need to get stuff done around the house, or if he's getting kind of restless, he goes to sleep immediately right in this. It's like the #1 baby registry item, I think. So I got that for a baby shower gift. He loves it. It is kind of big and bulky, so if you have a smaller space or need kind of your swing to go in a smaller area, I wouldn't recommend this one. I would recommend the 4Moms baby swing. It's a lot more compact. It does the same thing. He loves it just as much. That one we have in our bathroom for when I'm showering, getting ready. He falls asleep and loves it just as much as the FisherPrice one. It is a little bit more expensive, but both are sufficient. Just one, neither. They both work great. That is something else I wanted to mention, is having a place for your baby to kind of be by themselves in the main areas of your house where you would need to set them down or need to see them. So for example, the living room, kitchen, and probably your bathroom are the 3 main spots where you can't necessarily hold your baby while you're doing a task. So cooking dinner, taking a shower, living room would be sweeping or whatever. So I recommend having a swing, a seat, a lounger, something that you can set them in those 3 places, not something that you have to move back and forth to each room every time. Like I said, we have the FisherPrice swing in the living room, which he loves, easy to go to sleep in, the 4Moms baby swing in the bathroom, and then I have the little, I think it's by SkipHop, it's a little seat in the kitchen that I could set on the kitchen counter. They recommend not to use it on elevated surfaces, but it's just the most efficient. Keep in mind your baby does have to have head support in order to use like a sit-up device or sit-up chair, like the Bumbo or something, before they could use that. So he's almost there. He's able to hold it up enough to sit in one of those seats, but just keep that in mind for those, that they probably won't be able to use those for the first couple months. Another thing to help with sleep if your baby's congested is a humidifier. I know a lot of people put this on their baby registry as well. This is something I didn't, so we had to do a Target drive-up order and get this when he was kind of really backed up in his sinuses. So definitely recommend having one of those on hand. Something else we use every single night is the Hatch Baby sound machine. That's a nightlight and a sound machine. I think the brightness is the perfect amount for a nightlight, and it puts him right to sleep. It's easy to travel with, just a great overall product. We do also have a changing table in our room, which has come in handy for just changing diapers throughout the day, not having to go all the way to his room in the middle of the night, all that. We also have a chargeable nightlight on that, so you don't have to be turning on the light or a big lamp every time you go to change them. It is remote powered, so you just press the button on the remote and you can easily see and adjust the brightness when you're changing a diaper late at night or during getting ready to go to bed, so they're not overstimulated. Another sleeping item that we use every night is the baby Shusher. The just infamous speaker that goes shh. Those are such an easy gadget, might be so pointless, but for us, it saves a lot of headache and soothes him to sleep almost immediately. So can't live without that thing. His bassinet is also probably the #1 baby purchase I am so satisfied with. Again, we rented this new. We got it like a month before he was born, set it all up, was so excited about it. I nannied a little girl in college and she loved this new. It worked for her for the first like 6 months of her life. I loved it, peace of mind, safe sleep, all that. But our bed is a little bit lower. So if he was in the snoo sleeping next to me, I couldn't see him because it's made out of like this wire mesh material that you can't see through. You have to like look up. So that made my first time mom anxiety a little bit worse. And then he loves to sleep with either his hands up by his face or literally in the air. And the snoo, you have to have them swaddled with their arms by their side. So he just didn't like it. I didn't think he was sleeping very soundly at night. He would wake up frequently and it just wasn't good for my postpartum anxiety. So we quickly got the Baby Delight bassinet. I got this recommendation from Erin Williams. I followed her on Instagram since, I don't know, I was like 18, way before babies. So she got that for her newborn. Our babies are born like 1 day apart. So I saw she got that. It butts right up to your bed. The side opens. You can easily pull baby in and out in the middle of the night to nurse, feed, all that. And the price of it is really good too. It was, I think, only $150. I know it was less than $200 and we did a Target drive-up order with it. So it was perfect. We got it like 2 days after he was born and that's what he's been sleeping in since. So it's really roomy inside too, for them to sleep until they're however big, if you want them to sleep in your room for a while. So that has been a great bassinet for us that we needed something in a pinch. Some other little things that we have used that have come in handy is the MAM pacifiers. We get ours from Target. They have lots of different colors. They have glow in the dark ones, which are phenomenal. Those are the pacifiers he's took to and loved the best. I've literally bought every brand you can think of. The Ryan and Rose fancy cute ones that are like $12 a pacifier. He likes those somewhat, but they're kind of heavy. So when he sucks on them, I think it requires more work, and usually when he falls asleep, they fall out of his mouth. So the MAM ones have been his favorite, and they're easy to find and they're cheap too. These burp cloths right here, they're nice and thick. I got them on Amazon. While I was in the hospital, I realized like, oh, I don't have that many burp cloths. So these are really awesome because you don't have to wash them every time they spit up on them. They're thick and really absorbent, so they catch all the big spit ups without going on your shirt and all that. So I'll link those down below, and they come with cute prints. His are all like the black and white neutral ones. For sleep sacks and swaddles, like I said, he doesn't really like swaddles because he likes to sleep with his hands by his face or his arms out. So we were kind of limited on the swaddles that we had given to us from baby showers or were gifted. So the ones that I found he likes best are the Aiden and Anais Essentials, I think. I'll insert a clip of the tag. But these are like a t-shirt material. They're really thin. They have little armholes so he can sleep with them, sleep with his arms out comfortably, and it still makes him feel nice and snug like a swaddle. The other swaddles that have worked great are the, what is that brand? The Halo Sleep Sacks Swaddle Mix. So these are a little bit bigger. We got the newborn or the 0 to 3 month size, and they're really big. So these also have the option to have them swaddled with their arms out or by their side. So if your baby likes either or, the swaddle is all in one, whether what your baby prefers. So he slept with this last night for the second or third time, and he slept from like 10:30 to 5 a.m. So if that's what worked, that's what we're using every night, because I was finally able to get a good night's sleep. So he really likes those sleep sacks as well. And it's kind of an all-in-one, a safe bet if you're getting it before your baby's born. And you don't know if they like to sleep with their hands out or in, that's a great option to have. Another baby travel item that we use every time we go somewhere, it's hooked up to his car seat, is the Hush baby sound machine. It looks like a little portable speaker that attaches right to their car seat. It's chargeable, so you don't have to worry about changing out batteries every time. And it has 3 different settings. It does get kind of loud, which is good if you're in like a louder place or a car, whatever. So he loves being in his car seat. He will sleep for hours on end in there, even when we get home. I'll just leave him in his car seat if he's still sleeping, and he loves that thing and to have it on. And I always get like comments on it if we go someplace. They're like, what's that sound? And then they see what it is, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing ever. So highly recommend that. It's just from Amazon. I think it was less than $15. All right, the last few things I want to mention are not must-haves. It's just something that's helped us in the last couple weeks. He has started to love his tummy time mat. He doesn't really like tummy time, but when I flip him over on his back, he plays with the little toys, and he can play by himself for like 15 minutes or so, which is totally awesome. And it's not overstimulating, it's not really colorful, it's aesthetically pleasing for your house. So he loves this. I have this on my Target registry, so it's easy to get a hold of, and it's cute, and he loves it. The last item I want to talk about is his baby book. This was something that I got just a couple weeks ago as I started like accumulating pictures and seeing my friends who have had babies around the same time as me like post pictures of them doing their baby book. I was like, oh, I gotta get on that, because I didn't want to have to do it like all before his first birthday or whatever. So I wanted to kind of keep up with it as he was getting older. The one I have is by Lucy Darling. It's from Amazon. They ship from like their actual store though, so I don't think they offer Prime. They have the cutest covers, and I just really like the layout. It's so easy and manageable to keep up with. It just does their monthly birthdays. In the beginning, it has a cute page like the day you were born. You could write a letter to their future self. I really like the page that has like what the gas price was, price of bread, who the president was, all that, like the week or so they were born. Because I think that would be really fun to look back on when he's older. I know boys aren't really going to care about a baby book when they're older, but I'm mainly doing it for myself if he doesn't want to look at it or keep it later on. So it's just a fun keepsake. And then so it does the month to month pages up until they're a year, and then it does their birthdays up until they're 5, and then it has like their first day of school. It has pages in there to do like their first New Year's, first Christmas, all the major holidays. It has a page to put their first tooth, their first word, all that like milestone stuff. So I just feel like it's easy, manageable, and it has the main important parts that I would want to look back on once he gets older. And then the part that has saved the most time with the baby book is the Canon Ivy mini printer. I got it as a Christmas gift from my husband, and that mini printer has made doing the baby book so much easier than like printing off the pictures, cutting them out, making sure they're the right size. You just print the picture off from your phone and it prints right on there. It's not the best quality, but it's kind of like a Polaroid. The size of the picture it prints off and kind of the quality of it. So, and again, you don't have to use the special camera. You can just print it off right from your phone and tape it right on the baby book, and that's made it so easy and easy to keep up with. So those are my newborn must-haves. They're not really must-haves, it's just things, items that will make your life a little bit easier and allow you to spend more time with your baby, not go as crazy being a new mom. So let me know if this video was helpful, if you have any tips or tricks, things that I didn't mention that have helped you with your newborn or being a first-time mom. Always looking for new items to save me time, energy, all that with taking care of a baby. So if you're getting ready to have a baby, good luck. It's so much fun. I love being a mom, and it's just been the greatest joy of my life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.